Jingle All The Way.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Cinemaniac Central. My name is Chris, and welcome to this review for Jingle All The Way. So if you're just checking out my channel, I've started my 25 days of Chris just a few days ago. I've done 2 videos so far. Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy, which is streaming on Amazon Prime, and Ernest Saves Christmas. One of my absolute favorite Christmas movies. My second, in fact. If you haven't checked those out, go check those out. I have my playlist for all the Christmas movies that I reviewed since last year. I think there's like 10, I believe. I'll have a link for that playlist at the end of this video. So, with Jingle All The Way, it is directed by Brian Levant, and it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, and Phil Hartman. So, Schwarzenegger stars as Howard Langston, who is a workaholic who loves his son, who has a beautiful wife, played by Rita Wilson. His son is played by Jake Lloyd, and his son, all he wants for Christmas is the hottest toy, and that's the Turbo Man doll. And after he tells his wife he's already gotten it, he knows he hasn't. So when it's reminded that his son wants the Turbo Man doll for Christmas, it's Christmas Eve, and yeah, he is determined to try to find this Turbo Man doll at the last minute. And this thing is like the hottest selling, most popular toy there is. And so you know damn well that it's going to be very impossible to find. So yeah, he's going out and just doing the whole, getting mauled by people trying to find this toy. He runs into a crazy mailman played by Sinbad, who's pretty much out to do the same thing. And it's hilarious hijinks ensue as he tries to find this coveted toy that would make his son really happy. So I remember when this movie came out back in '96, I was like 9 years old, and I really liked it. It's a fun movie. I'll be quite honest with you, I don't love it as much as an adult because as an adult, I recognize its flaws. Back then, as a kid, you didn't care. But this movie has a lot of flaws in it. But you know what? What makes it watchable is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is one of the few comedies that he's actually done. He's done Twins. He's done Kindergarten Cop. He's done Junior, and I think this is probably the only other comedy he's done within the late '80s and '90s. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he does his best with this movie, and it's funny. He does a really good job with it. Sinbad is hilarious as well as the mailman. It's not one of his best movies. My favorite Sinbad movie actually is First Kid. I love First Kid, and so he's great in that movie. But here he's funny. I think he matches up really well with Arnold Schwarzenegger with this competition that they kind of get into when they try to find the Turbo Man doll. It's Christmas Eve. You're trying to find this most popular toy. You really think that it's going to be that easy to find? So it baffles me that people wait till the last minute to find something that's really the most popular thing in the world, and there is no way you're going to find that thing easy. And then you have Jim Belushi, who plays a shady Santa who's actually kind of a crook. And this is the second collaboration between Jim Belushi and Arnold Schwarzenegger as they teamed up in '88 with Red Heat, which is another favorite of mine. I love Red Heat. Very good movie. If you've never seen Red Heat, go check that out. So, but yeah, it's funny, And then there's Jake Lloyd, who plays his son. I mean, if there's any kind of criticism I have with this movie, it's Jake Lloyd. I mean, it's apparent that his career didn't really take off after this or after Phantom Menace. And I don't think his acting ability was really that well received by fans of this movie or fans of Star Wars. So I found him kind of annoying in this movie. I didn't so much as a kid, because I was a kid myself. I was 9 years old, so. But as an adult, you kind of when you go back and watch it, some of his dialogue and it just gets really annoying with the way he kind of talks to his dad on the telephone. So yeah, it gets kind of annoying. And then you have Phil Hartman, rest in peace, man. Phil Hartman, he's always funny. He plays the neighbor who's like really kind of trying to hit on his wife, which is his first big mistake because you do not hit on Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife. I mean, he's the last guy you'd want to mess with and try to steal a wife away. But Phil Hartman's funny. He's just kind of there as just kind of be this kind of sleazy guy. He comes across as this nice guy, but really all he's trying to do is just trying to weasel his way into their life and try to steal her away. But it just and he tries to get her when she feels vulnerable whenever because Howard he's kind of he's kind of neglectful when it comes to neglectful, but only because of work. He's always working. So, but he kind of redeems himself whenever he decides to go out there, and he tries to find this Turbo Man doll, and he's willing to do anything, go to great lengths to get it, even wind up in a parade as Turbo Man, and that for me is one of the best moments in the movie. Is whenever during the parade and he's being introduced and he's rising up and he's dressed as Turbo Man and everything, and it's a really cool moment because they got the Turbo Man theme song playing and everything. It's fun. It's great. It's a good feel good moment. When he's there. And then whenever he sees his son out in the crowd and his son sees him, even though he doesn't realize that that's his dad and everything. It's a fun moment. But all in all, it's a fun movie. It's as I said, this isn't one that I tend to watch very often. I may watch it once a year. But I said I loved it as a kid. Don't love it as much now, but it's a good one. And it's worth watching for Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jen Belushi and even Phil Hartman and Sinbad, of course. Oh, and let's talk about 1 second with the cop. Robert Conrad, he has got to be the most unluckiest cop in the world, having to run into him like 4 times in the movie. He pulls him over for speeding early on in the movie. Then he pulls him over he stops him because he runs over his bike, and then he gets coffee. He gets coffee spilled on him, burning him. Oh, and then a bomb, and then he runs into a bus chasing him. So. Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty funny bit, when you see this cop all throughout the movie, and every time he runs into him, there's some kind of trouble. But yeah, Jingle All The Way, it's a fun movie. And it even spawned a direct video sequel with Larry the Cable Guy, which I will admit I actually kind of enjoyed too. Anyway, but yeah, Jingle All The Way, I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5. It's a fun movie. It's just not one that I tend to rewatch a lot, but I'm still gonna give it a 3.5 because it's entertaining. Got Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's always fun to watch. Even when it's not action, he can be funny too. And so yeah, that's my review for Jingle All The Way. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on Jingle All The Way? What is your favorite Christmas movie? As always. Like I said, I'll have a link to my playlist of all the Christmas movies that I've reviewed since last year. But yeah, Merry Christmas. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.